Hello everyone, I'm Broughy1322 and welcome to an updated 2019 room tour as a celebratory video for hitting 200,000 subscribers. It's been a while since I've done a, vlog kind of video. I used to do them quite often, but I don't seem to do them anymore. People didn't seem to really enjoy them, but if you like them, maybe I'll bring them back. But yeah, it's been a while since I also hit 200,000 subscribers. I'm a little bit late on that, but I have been with the last few subscriber milestone videos. And with it being, the end of 2019, the end of the decade, I thought it was a good idea to do a room tour of my setup currently. You can compare it to the 2015 and 2017 versions as well, and have a little bit of a think back and have a bit of a talk about how my life has changed, I guess. But first of all, let's just get straight into the room tour. Okay, so door, which is self-explanatory, and as soon as you come in, you see a Portal disc plate, which was actually sent to me by Phil and Woozy, which was a really nice gift. There's just a Mass Effect calendar there. I normally don't have anything there, and this has come from my old room. I've had that for quite a while now. I probably need to update that. And then we've got the chest of drawers that was also featured in the 2017 video, not 2015, alongside now a Lego collection, which is various bits of Lego that I've made on streams. So it's all motorsport related. This is all stuff that I've bought myself. I've kind of tried to set it up in a sort of motorsport-esque way, with this sort of being the track and then a pit lane inside and pit garages and things like that. It's obviously just a mesh together of various things, but there's a little guy getting a hot dog there. So little things like that bring it a bit alive a little bit. And then in the drawers, the chest of drawers, we've got, there's actually nothing in this one, but say for example in this one there's just a few computer cables and laptop and things like that, a few merch store t-shirts in this one, just general extra storage basically. And now that it's focused, we can move on to the right hand side, this is sort of the main workstation, you could say. Obviously we've got the chair, and then this is where most people who frequent my streams would see this setup. So this is my main PC, and I've actually got an external hard drive there because I didn't have enough hard drive space inside it now because I've got so many. I probably need to rearrange that. The cabling behind is all very complicated, and there's multiple things that all plug into each other to make the streams work. But yeah, we've got the main PC, and then this is where I do my work, do the streams, make the videos. We've got a 32-inch monitor, I think it is. I did a video about that, the curved monitor, and then two 24-inch monitors on the side, all from BenQ. Microphone, which comes out to reach me, and then a camera here, and these are just for no echo. Then we've got speakers, Stream Deck, keyboard, which is actually exactly the same keyboard that you would see in the 2015 video. I really need to update this, but it's done me so well considering it's so old now. And this was the very first keyboard I bought when I bought my initial setup, and made my initial setup. So it's done me pretty well. And then this was sent to me from TurboSab. It's kind of just a sort of control panel, but very nicely customized with some of my emotes. Best headset I've ever had with the Sennheisers. I'd never want to replace that, I don't think. And then just a few little trinkets as well. Zexy got me that, for example, and I've got a picture of Zexy there. A timer to make sure that I'm not overworking myself, which is a problem sometimes. My Gunnar glasses, mouse mat, all that kind of stuff. Coaster. Behind here, I've got the PS4 and Xbox One. And then just obviously above it is the light that's used to just basically give a better lighting to the room for the streams, as well as just a little picture there as well. We've got the lava lamp across here, which is, everyone loves the lava lamp. And then my phone normally goes in there. The camera that I'm recording this on normally stands there, and then I've just got a few cables there, which are basically just meant for charging, and they plug in directly to an extension cord This is just a thing that I've had for so many years now, but it's got pens and general stuff in, and the old lamp as well still survives. Tripod over there for the camera at the back, which is how you normally see this setup. So if I can just move this, this is kind of how you would normally see it on the streams in the alternative camera. And then just a few Star Trek ships because I'm a total nerd. And then underneath here I've got the a printer, and the bin is there. And then in these we've got sort of cables, USB in there, sort of sound cables in there, power cords and things like that. And then these just have a variety of, you know, stuff that I might need, house documents or receipts, you know, business related stuff. There's all sorts of cameras like GoPros and stuff in there, and then there's video cables in there, general storage that I might need on a day-to-day basis in an office, I guess. And then this is the same as it was. A lot of this is actually the same as it was in the 2017 video, but it's just in a different room, which I'll talk about later, for all my controllers for the various things that I have. And then I guess what you could call my third console, which is this PC. Now, this case was actually my original PC, and the processor and motherboard, and I think the RAM as well, is the same that I had when I first built my original PC. This is, you know, this is the original PC that I made when, I think it was in 2014, maybe it was 2015, that this keyboard was, you know, part of. And once I you know, upgraded, got the new PC, I kind of turned this into a living room PC. And then I was having kind of issues with just having a one PC setup with gaming and streaming at the same time, so I decided to then upgrade this and make it into a secondary PC, but a gaming PC. So essentially I do all my gaming on this PC, and that is connected just like the consoles are through all this mess of cables behind to my main PC, and then this is what does the streaming, and this is where the games are played. So, you know, when it comes to setups like this, things can change. You know, the consoles might change to be a PS5 and the next Xbox. This might be upgraded to a better PC, this one might be, but generally, because, you know, I've found a setup that works, and you can evidence that from comparing this to the 2017 video where it's pretty much exactly the same setup. When I find something that works, I like to stick to it. So this is generally going to be my setup, unless there's a major change, like a completely new desk or something. But I do like having this side here. When I've been making the Lego over there, for example, I have it here, and then I bring a camera down, and it's just nice to have this extra space to utilize. I've got the wheel there as well, which I don't use very much, but this is pretty much it for like the office part of it. And then you guys will generally be looking at me from this angle. This is where the camera is, the webcam, so you guys see this in the background. So we'll take a look at this. This is new. I didn't have this in the old house. I think I had that in the old house, but I didn't have these bookshelves, and I've really enjoyed building these up because they kind of just, it's a way to personalize a room to, you know, just be a part, you know, more for yourself, and put your own stamp on it. So sort of at the top, well, there's a few various little trinkets at the top and things like that, but here I've got a very few books, you know, that I've read in the past, and there as well as some DVDs, old DVDs here, for example, also, and then old CDs. Not that I ever really use any of this, but it's just kind of nice to keep things like this, I think. This Bruffy1322 sign is what was actually at the meet and greet at TwitchCon this year, so they allowed me to keep that. So I've just got that there alongside. This is basically the Portal and Mass Effect shelf. Then we've got the Pokemon shelf. These are all kind of games that, you know, some of my favorite games, and I wanted to have trinkets for that, and have it, you know, buy things that mean something to me. In here, Zexy actually got me this Mew. Mew is my favourite Pokemon, by the way, just in case you couldn't tell already, but it's pretty cool. Zexy got me that, and she got me these as well, which I think are really cool. But yeah, that's the Pokemon shelf. Then we've got the Gears of War shelf. All the sort of classic characters from Gears of War. You've got Dom, Baird, Cole, Marcus, Queen Mira, Locust Drone, General Ram, and then the two sort of main weapons. This will probably, maybe I'll get more of these, but it's looking already pretty packed. I had a bit of trouble trying to fit all these in. The next shelf is just kind of various trinkets. I've got a few sort of GTA 5 trinkets here. A few Star Wars things, sort of pins, and you know, just little things that that are representing things that I like or just have meant something to me over in, you know, in my life. And then the bottom shelf is for things that people have sent me, things that you guys might have sent me. You might recognize some of these things if you've watched PO Box unboxing videos, things like that. Obviously the main things really is this guy here, who you might be able to recognize as a Lego version of, if I go back over here, this guy right here, which is me. When it focuses, there it is. So it's exactly the same setup. I think it was taken from this photo. MB Hammer got that custom made Lego piece, and obviously I had the silver trophy for second for life, as always. If this focuses, there it is. And it's really cool that, you know, it's a completely custom made Lego piece. And then obviously, as we saw, this is probably one of the most recent things, the F620 model from Turbo Saab, where I made into a video as well when I opened it. Probably one of the most amazing things that I've ever gotten from one of you guys. But yeah, I like to sort of have a little shelf for, you know, because I appreciate anything, whether you guys send me these things to a PO Box or I've gotten them in person. It's nice to have a place for all this kind of stuff. Just over this side on this shelf is all old games. So I've got sort of some of my 360 games, PS3, there's some PS2 games in there as well. Actually games in general, but you know, Switch games, things like that. And then also some of my old games, there's N64 games back there, Sega Mega Drive games. I should probably do a retro gaming stream at some point. This is sort of a car shelf, if you like. This car, this is probably the first bit of, I guess, gaming memorabilia or gaming merchandise that I ever bought. It might not seem like it because it's just a car model, but Forza Motorsport 2 was pretty much what, you know, kickstarted. Well, I mean, I always played racing games, but Forza Motorsport 2 was a big part of it, and especially the online aspect to it. And that was the car that, you know, everybody really used. I made videos, some really early days videos about that. And I wanted to buy the model of the car that I used in the game, and then since then I've, you know, bought more stuff from games. But yeah, car shelf, and then even more cars, which you might see in the background, because you got the Formula 1 car collection. This is only maybe 2/3 of it, or closer to half of it. Behind all of these, there's actually more. You might be able to see them there. If I go down there, you can see sort of in the background, there's more cars. And the reason is because if I tried to showcase everything, there wouldn't be enough space. So what I've tried to do is focus on having one car from every year. But this F1 car collection, which is a magazine that I subscribe to, and they send me 2 cars every month. I'll explain about that for if anyone has OCD in a second. They seem to have some fixation with 70s cars in particular, late 70s cars, and specifically 1979. I've got about 10 cars. They said they made 10 cars from 79, but I'm still missing some years. But yeah, I've tried to basically have one car from every year represented. So there's some, you know, years missing. We got 1950, and then it goes to 52, 53 there, 55. So you've got sort of starts off early, and then it goes into, you know, the 70s and things like that. I think there's a pretty decent run from, let's see, so it goes 64 there, and then we got 67, and then I've got one car from every single year represented until 89, surprisingly. Don't have a car from 89 yet. Hopefully they send one out from every year by the end of this magazine, but because it would really ruin me if, you know, there was just 1 year missing out of all of these. But that's what I'm trying to build up, a Formula 1 car collection with one car from every year. So the reason that there's one missing here is because I know what's coming next, and it's going to fit in here. I can't remember what it is exactly. I think it's 2012 car, so it's going to go sort of 2009, 2012 is going to be here, and then 2013, and these two will obviously move up. So that's why that's there. It's not there permanently, and obviously this constantly changes as I get new cars. And then just over to the right, coming over to the end of the tour, I guess, we got the Guitar Hero guitars, when ironically I use it for Rock Band these days, but we sometimes do that on streams, and the Twitch and YouTube buttons, as well as the 100,000 subscriber plaque, which was quite the you know, the emotional unboxing when I didn't obviously unbox it for the first time on a stream or anything. When I actually received it and unboxed it just for myself, it was really, really nice to have that. And yeah, it's kind of crazy to get something like this, because it's puts something tangible onto what you've been, you know, kind of trying to accomplish all these years. And that's pretty much it. That is the room. That is the new office. That's it in all its glory. You've pretty much seen it. Now, I guess those of you who frequent my streams, you know, have seen most of this, but I guess doing it in this way allows me to give a little bit more of a sort of a background on why things are the way that they are. I could probably explain in every fine detail why I have things set up the way that they do, but the video would probably be, you know, 1 to 2 hours long, and, you know, going in depth into every single little thing in the room. But hopefully this gives you a little bit of an insight into how I work, how my office is set up, you know, how I go about living life from a YouTube stream perspective. You know, this is the room that I do all that kind of stuff in. And you know, if you do want any of the specs or the models or anything that's in this room, there is actually a page on my website called Office Setup, and it gives you a link and a name of everything that I've got in the room that's related to, you know, computer setup, streaming, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's been a while since I actually hit 200k. I think I hit 200k live on a stream. I think it was a YouTube stream. Was it the Content Creator stream maybe? If I can try to find out when that was. I think I started a YouTube stream a few minutes early because I was hitting 200k, but it was a few months ago now, and I've always been a little bit slow with these. I think with these subscriber milestone videos, I used to do them more frequently back in the day. I used to sort of, you know, there's an entire playlist of them, 5k, 10, 20, 30, 40, all the way up to 100. Then I did 125k, which was the room tour in the old house, and then I haven't done anything since then. So it's kind of, you know, at 200k I thought, right, I'm gonna do another subscriber milestone video, but it's taken me, you know, another 15k subscribers before I've gotten it out. But hopefully it's been an enjoyable one. This decade is coming to an end as well, and it's kind of crazy to think how things have changed from the start of 2010. I was still at uni. I wasn't really watching YouTube or streams or anything like that back then. Still living at home with my parents, even up to, you know, the 2015 room setup video, which that was you know, that was nearly, you know, 4 or 5 years ago now. And since then I've done found I found, you know, the person who I want to spend the rest of my life with. She's now my fiance. We're going to get married. We've moved into our own house that we were renting, and then we've moved again to this current house that we're in, which is a much, you know, larger house and nicer house that we were renting, and now we've bought it. So this is, you know, I'm paying mortgage now rather than just rent. Obviously on the YouTube and streams, that it's gone from absolutely nothing from, you know, 2013, 2012, all that kind of stuff to what it is now. And it's all thanks to you guys. You know, I wouldn't have this office, I wouldn't have the channel if you guys weren't here watching, supporting, you know, subscribing, sharing things around, liking videos, commenting, donating if you can, things like that. It wouldn't be possible without you guys. So it's never ever lost on me, and that's why I have that, you know, that shelf that has things in. I've got a certain section in my drawer as well with a little box with other things that people have sent me, because it just means so much to me, and it's never, I never take it for granted how important you guys are to my success. And I know that I put in a lot of work, and I try to do the best that I can and make entertaining videos and entertaining streams, and I stress a lot about it. But ultimately I am completely aware that if you guys just decided to stop watching, I would have to, you know, go find something else to do. And I guess it just makes me so happy that you guys are getting enjoyment from what I make, and I'm able to do something that I love and I enjoy on a day-to-day basis as well. And yeah, just thank you guys so much for allowing me to do that. Obviously I've got no idea what the future brings. The next decade is just around the corner. If things have changed by the end of the next decade as much as they have changed from the start of this decade to now, it's going to be quite different in, you know, 2029. But hopefully I'm still here making a video. Maybe I'll be doing the 2029 room tour. Who knows? And hopefully you guys will still be around as well. But yeah, it's been an interesting decade, and I'm looking forward to the next one. There'll be some changes to the channel in the next decade, and hopefully we can revisit some past things as well. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see how it goes. That's pretty much it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for all the support and for watching the video. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.